Hey there, and welcome to the Confident Woman Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Brooks. Join me as I sit down and chat with co-hosts, friends, and carefully curated guests and talk about all the things that empower you to become your best and most confident self. So, let's get started. Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the Confident Woman Podcast. So today, I want to share a few things that are just kind of happening. I'm seeing this out there in this space that feels like a weird season that we're in. And it's something that we're all, to be honest, we're all battling. We're all battling this uncertainty, this setback, these feelings of disappointment and discouragement. But I want to share just some of the tips and tools that really can empower you to become stronger and more confident and overcome any of the challenges and setbacks that we may be encountering today or in our near future. Because let's be honest, we never not encounter something that is trying to knock us down, because we all face and fight just battles against discouragement and disappointment in our lives. And the reality is there is no escaping it. So, for me, like personally, these past, few years have been really, really, really tough. And I would imagine the same is true for so many of you that are listening, whether directly or indirectly, you have known somebody who has just really been struggling. And I think that it's so important to really look at over a course of these past few years as a way to look at our experiences and setbacks, but look at it as a way to empower us to look at change is really our friend and not our frenemy. So with change, we have changes in our plans, changes in our careers, changes in our relationships. Change, to be honest, it could be tough. Some welcome change with open arms, and that's all well and good, because if it's a change that's exciting and something you're looking forward to, then yeah, there's this exhilaration, there's this excitement. But the reality is that same feeling of change when something is tough and uncertain, it's that same feeling of excitement as it is with anxiety and fear. And that could be also in the form of losing hope or losing our vision. If we don't have a vision, we perish, right? If we don't wake up with a vision of how do we know the direction of where we're headed, and that could feel so hopeless and make us feel so helpless at times. But I think it's important to remember that we've also, through our experiences, have made great progress. Like the things that we have accomplished so much in the face of these challenges and the fears that we've had to overcome, that no matter what we encounter, we may not know where or what we wanted in those moments, but they can also breed and bring moments of joy, love, and abundance. So like I said, on one side of the coin, we have change, which is scary and discouraging and disheartening. And on this other side of the coin, change could feel exhilarating and exciting. And this newness is, we feel giddy, like a child to recreate again. But no matter what side of the coin we find ourselves in, we have to be proud of these journeys, because they lead to growth, and growth is something that, comes out of these moments, right? They refine and define us in that way that helps boost and build us. So no matter what we're encountering, discouragement or disappointment or any sort of setback that can sneak up on us, or, really just wasn't planned, which is, to be honest, a lot of that is, right? But if we don't address it, it can be harsh, like that harsh negative voice that just keeps going around in our mind. And it leads to self-doubt. It leads to stress. It leads to anxiety. It leads to just feeling like we're just cloaked in fear. And sometimes there's that shame that's slapped upon us, right? And then it could just feel so damn heavy. But light of all that, there is good news. And that is that we can use those feelings to our advantage. We can acknowledge that this is normal. We can acknowledge that it's going to take time to reflect on those experiences. And in doing so, we have to ask ourselves, what can we learn from each situation? What can we do differently next time? And also give ourselves a moment to clap for ourselves, right? What can we be proud of? Because in all of the situations, in all the experiences that we encounter, there's always something to gain. And I think that that is something that goes under the radar because, again, being in those situations where we can gain is something to be proud of because now you've taken what you've gained and carried it forward into this new version of you as we're constantly growing and expanding ourselves. So, another way to overcome these setbacks is to reach out to our support systems. And if you don't have a support system, by all means, reach out to me. For me personally, this is what I love to do is really help support you so that you don't feel like you have to go at life alone. And of course, we have an amazing community, which is the Confident Women community. Those ladies, we're here. We're in this together. And it's so important to really surround yourself with positive, uplifting people who believe in you and your abilities, but also walked in your shoes at some point in your life. It may not feel like it because our situations feel unique to ourselves, but the reality is that we're all human and we've all experienced some version of what you are going through or what you will encounter. And that's the beautiful thing is that when we can forego ourselves and look at ourselves now from a place of human to human, it really brings things to a level playing field where we have that ground support that can really help empower you and strengthen you to go at these things, even though they feel so tough and so heavy. So if this is something that you're encountering or just feeling like you're going through, again, using your experiences, use that to your advantage, even though it may not feel like it right now, but use those experiences to encourage yourself and others to know that there is hope. By sharing your story, by showing up for others, that it's possible. Anything is possible when you can overcome a certain situation, an experience, a setback, whatever that is, that we as a whole of human beings can really help others feel less alone and provide them with the hope and encouragement that you so needed, but we can give back to those who need you for their experiences. So in summary, I really wanted to share this because it's been heavy on my heart, but also in a way that I just want to summarize, you are not alone. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of what we encounter, and it doesn't define you. Setbacks are there to set you up for your comeback. Remember that. It's a setback for your comeback. And we can use this to build our resilience. We can build this to reach out to our support systems, again, inspiring others to become more confident, to feel empowered in any stage of their journey. So if you're finding yourself in these situations, just remember, again, go back to who you are. You are strong, you are capable, and you can overcome anything that life throws your way as long as you remain hopeful and confident that you can and will overcome whatever is going on. Because you have this track history, right? You've already overcome so many things in life that sometimes we miss out on looking back and saying, I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior, I'm a survivor, I can and I will. So keep striving, keep moving forward. Your goals and your mission and your vision and all the things that you've dreamt of and all the big things that seem so scary and daunting, those are yours. You just have to keep moving forward. And until next time, take care because you've got this. Hey there. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of the Confident Woman Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. Thanks again for listening.